Hi, I'm Will, and this is Gerald. We've been together for almost 2.5 years, coming from very different backgrounds, and our stories are a little bit different, but we thought we'd like to share it. I basically spent a huge amount of my life pretending not to be what I am until I finally came to realize God is the one that created us all, and as Genesis says, what God created, he saw it to be good. And so when I realized that and came out and started the process, and it has been a process, it's been one of enlightenment, of positive being. It's really been good. I was always fearful of what people's reaction would be to me if they found out that I was gay. And I can't tell you in infinite words it would take that what good it's been, because my neighbors, my co-workers have all been extremely supportive. I came out to my family last because they do mean the most to me, and I certainly did not want to lose their love or respect, but none of that happened either. My worst fears were things that never happened. When I faced it and came out about it, it was all good. The first time I came out was with a nosy coworker who was curious about why I was dressing the way I dress. Okay, I'm a little different, but that's okay. He was like, "God, are you gay?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, that would be why you got divorced then, right?" I said, "Pretty much, yeah." And so, and from there, it's been just the same. When I meet somebody new, I talk about Gerald, and especially with coworkers, it's Gerald this and it's Gerald that, and they finally go, "Well, who is Gerald?" And I go, "Well, that's my boyfriend," and they're like, "Oh, okay." And we just move on. It's been very supportive at work. I live in an apartment complex where I'd be shocked if anybody doesn't know what's going on, and have never heard a negative word. So even in Lubbock, Texas, there are a lot of supportive people that will admire you and respect you for who you are.
My name is Gerald. I actually live in Amarillo. I've met, like Will said, 2.5 years ago. We actually had chatted online for about a year before we actually even met in person. And from then on, it's just been, together as much as we can, living the 2 hours apart, and, the jobs and one thing and another. Because I have a home in Amarillo and a job that, I can't just pick up and leave like I was 18. I could put everything in the car and go. But I basically have known that, I was attracted to my same gender at a young age. I did marry for a short time back in the mid-'80s. We were married for right at a year. She was a wonderful girl, but it just wasn't what I wanted. And so I, at that time, basically came more out to my family and everything. And shortly after that, I moved to Amarillo just to get out of a smaller town into a bigger town where there was more people and more things for me to be involved with, and one thing or another. You get a lot of slack from some people that, call you names, this and that. Other people just, accept you right off the bat for what you are and who you are. And life and all, it's really been good. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I'm not ashamed of what I am. I work at a big hospital in Amarillo. I don't think there's very many that I work around or that know me that don't know that, what and who I am, because it seems like, every time I see somebody, "Are you going to Lubbock this weekend? Are you going to Lubbock this weekend?" And yes, I am. Most likely, if I've got the time, I'm going to be down here to spend it with Will, or he's coming up to spend his time up there on his not busy time of year. There are a lot of wonderful people here in Lubbock that I've met over the last 2.5 years. I wasn't a real big churchgoer most of my life. I did go as a child with my grandmother a lot, but after that I just kind of got away from it. And I guess 3 years this Christmas, or maybe 2 years this Christmas, been 3 years this Christmas. Christmas Eve I was down here, and went to the midnight service, and have been coming to MCC ever since. And like I say, there's some wonderful people here. And even outside the church, I've met some wonderful people, and we just hope someday that everything will be wonderful for all the gay and lesbians, throughout the whole world and everything. And one day Will and I will be in the same house every day and not, have this 2-hour travel time every weekend between us. But, that's our deal. And just, hang in there. It does get better for you younger ones. There's going to be tough times. There's no doubt about it. Ups and downs, good days, bad days. But you've always got somebody out there that you can talk to, call, go to. Stop by the church. If somebody's here, they're gonna talk with you. They're gonna take the time to, try to, do anything and everything they can. So, like I say, it does get better.